Prismatic Evolutions has been one of the craziest situations for Pokemon cards in years. So today I'm going to open some products that I was able to find to see if it's worth buying. Alright, let's see what we get out of our first Prismatic pack. We've got Black Belt's Training, Budew, Seeking, Kieran, Screamtail, Littleroot Reverse, Dunsparce Reverse, and a Noctowl. What a disappointing start. I actually got really lucky being able to find these products. On Wednesday the 15th, I heard that there were some targets getting stocked early, so I ran over to two of my local targets to check them out. The first one was completely cleaned out like usual, so I ran over to the second one and checked both the front and the back. No sign of Pokemon cards anywhere. I went back up to the front to find an employee and see if they had any idea when the distributor would come through. But they had no idea. Mid-conversation though, I looked past him, and there on the shelves, right by the checkout line, was a completely stocked shelf of Prismatic Evolutions. I thought I was having a Pokemon card-induced fever dream. Like, did I somehow not see the stacks of product, or did they really stock it within like the 5 minutes I was walking around the back of the store? Last pack of the box, can we get a hit? Nope, I guess not. The only thing we got out of the poster box was a Pokeball Reverse Pyroar, which is better than nothing, but still not a great box. Hopefully the second one will do a little better. Anyway, I felt super lucky with that target hit and just grabbed 2 posters and 2 ETBs, leaving the rest for other people. I'm sure the next person who went there probably grabbed a cart and bought literally all of it, but I'd like to think at least a couple people were able to get some product too. Okay, let's see what else we get out of this pack. We've got Professor Turo's Scenario, Crispin, and a Master Ball Hippowdon. This was my first Master Ball, and I think it's a really cool addition to this set. And an Ortega Full Art, a double banger pack. That was definitely a big improvement on the first box. Speaking of pulls, the pull rates, as you've probably heard, are pretty bad in this set. TCG Player put out a graphic showing the rates they found from opening over 1,200 packs, and it looks like it's about as bad as we saw from early data. Some people might argue that the Pokeball reverses kind of make up for the worst pull rate, but I would have to disagree, just because they're so common. The 1 in 3 pull rate is just too high to really feel good about getting. Alright, we're on our last pack from the poster collections. We've got Cottony, Litleo, Dracloak, Screamtail, Briar, Hawlucha, and a Pokeball Reverse Holo Rescue Board, a Reverse Crispin, and a Jolteon Regular Holo. Up next, we've got the first of the 2 Elite Trainer boxes. For me personally, I don't really like opening multiple ETBs because it feels like kind of a waste. After the first ETB, I'd rather just open booster boxes or bundles because all I really want are the packs once I've got the promo card. In the ETB, we've got the usual player's guide, pack of energy cards and dice, as well as a pack of EV themed sleeves. Unfortunately, the ones that came in this box got crushed and bent, so I probably won't be using these for anything. The promo Eevee is a super cute card, and it actually reminds me of how my cats sometimes like to sleep. Alright, back to the packs. Hopefully this ETB delivers at least a couple decent hits for us. Starting off with a Miltank, Professor's Research, Aromatisse, Noibat, Slowking, Janine's Secret Art, Diplin, Shaman Reverse, Professor's Research Reverse, and a Holo Flareon. No hits there, but that's okay. We've got plenty of other packs to go through. Starting with Dunsparce, Goldeen, Applin, Sneasel, Professor Sada's Vitality, Suicune, Bronzong, Sparkling Crystal A-Spec, and a Pokeball Jolteon. How have you guys been liking the set? Have you been able to get your hands on it at all? Let me know in the comments. And also post what you've pulled so far if you've opened it. While you're down there, feel free to leave a like and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. I've got more Pokemon card and general Pokemon content on the way. You won't want to miss it. Back to this pack, we've got Rescue Board, Litleo Reverse, Dunsparce Reverse, and a Mela Full Art Trainer. Honestly, I'm not too big on the Full Art Trainer cards. I can see why people like them, because some of them do look pretty cool, but I like Pokemon cards for the Pokemon themselves, not really the trainers. That might be kind of a hot take, but it is what it is. In the rest of this pack, we've got Reverse Cottony, Reverse Black Belt's Training, and a Jolteon EX, actually our first EX of the opening. It really just goes to show how much worse the pull rates are on this set overall, and plus there are so many cards and variations of each card, it's just really hard to hit what you're looking for. Speaking of variations, we've got Shaman, Bug Catching Set, and a Reverse Pokeball Houndour, followed by Reverse Pupitar, and a Hollow Vaporeon. Because of the product shortages happening, if you aren't lucky enough to find this stuff at MSRP, you're stuck paying at least double to triple MSRP for each product. That makes this probably the most expensive Pokemon card set to open up on release. To me, I just don't see a world where it's worth it for the average person to open up the set right now, unless you can buy it for MSRP. But even then, because of the pull rate, it's potentially still a really bad idea to open up. Opening packs has always been a form of gambling, but at least during other sets releases, you're mostly able to find the product at MSRP without paying scalper prices, sometimes even below MSRP, and that makes it much easier to justify opening for fun. As it stands now, opening cards for fun is just completely gated off for most people because of the cost. Luckily, as you've probably heard by now, the Pokemon Company put out a statement that they'll be reprinting Prismatic Evolutions to try and meet demand, but we really have no idea when that'll actually come into effect. Realistically, if they're just starting to ramp up printing now, we probably won't see a big influx of product for at least a couple of months. Also, if you think about future releases, if they start maxing out their printing on Prismatic Evolutions, won't that just lead to shortages again when Journey Together releases, or the Team Rocket set, or even the Black and White set? My complete tinfoil hat theory, and hear me out, is that the Pokemon Company hasn't been printing even close to demand on purpose in order to drive up hype and the prices around their products. That way, they can maximize sales on the upcoming sets. Putting a second tinfoil hat on, maybe they're prepping us for future increases to MSRP, because people become accustomed to the new normal price of scalp product, and higher MSRP prices will look more attractive to buyers if they can actually get it on the shelves of normal stores. Regardless though, if you want to get in on Prismatic Evolutions, just keep an eye out when you're in stores, and if you're lucky, you might come across some. I would definitely say to not pay any scalp prices for sure. The set is not worth it to open at all at the current market rate. If you just be patient, the Pokemon Company should make good on their word and print a bunch more Prismatic in the upcoming months. And at that point, we should see plenty of products available on shelves and potentially even some under MSRP if stores start to overflow with it. I'm really glad I was able to get back into the hobby in 2023 with the release of 151. I haven't collected Pokemon cards since I was a kid, but I've still been actively playing the games as they release and keeping up with news and stuff. What really drew me in after all these years was knowing that there's a true set of all Pokemon from one generation to collect. It gave me the push to collect again because it wasn't just a random mixture of Pokemon from multiple different generations. Back when 151 launched, it was actually a little tough to get the products for a bit because it was a pretty hype set. Not too long after release though, the ETBs and Ultra Premium collection started selling under MSRP. Don't get me wrong though, 151 may have gotten me back into the card collecting hobby, but I'm not a Gen 1er. I actually got into Pokemon for the first time when Gen 3 was released, so I definitely prefer Hoenn over Kanto. But so far, there's no Hoenn only set. Like, come on Pokemon Company, make it happen. You'll get all my money. Anyway, back to this Prismatic opening. Let's see if we get any hits. We got Suicune and a Pokeball Reverse Hollow Screamtail. Not too bad, at least we've gotten all different Pokeball reverses so far. As someone who was watching videos of people who had the product even before I found this at Target, I didn't really understand what they meant when they were talking about the texture of the card. But now that I've opened a couple of reverse hollow Pokeballs, I can see what they mean. There's definitely a different feel to the card when you're holding it and touching it, almost like it feels a little thicker, I guess, even if it isn't. It's even a different feel from a normal hollow card or an art rare card. They definitely just have a different printing process for the Pokeball reverses. Maybe if we're lucky, we can land another Master Ball reverse before this ETB is finished. We've got Seeking and a Hippopotas reverse Pokeball, which goes great with our Master Ball Hippowdon, and an Ogerpon EX, another double banger pack. I will say the ability to get multiple hits in the same pack is something I really enjoy about modern Pokemon sets. Even better, of course, are the Demigod and God packs, and the Evolution God pack in this set is absolutely nuts. Now we're going to finish up these last two packs from the second ETB, and then do a quick overview of the hits for the day. Maybe we'll get some last pack magic. We've got Miltank, Professor's Research, Aromatisse, Noibat, Shaman, Professor Turo's Scenario, Slowking, Roaring Moon Reverse, Eevee Reverse, and a hollow Noctowl to end us off, just like we started with our first pack. Overall, I'd say we had an okay amount of hits thanks to the Pokeball reverses, but nothing really great. Based on pull rates others have seen, if you really want to open the set, you have to try and find it for MSRP. If you opened all this product at current market rate, you'd be spending easily over $300, and the chances of you getting anything worth that kind of money is so incredibly slim. Save your money, be patient, and stick it out until the reprint. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more in the future.